Why do I start things but never finish them? Some people are not lazy. They are emotionally disconnected from the version of themselves that started the dream. You begin with excitement, a new idea, a new routine, a new goal. For a few days, you feel powerful. You tell yourself, this time I'll be different. But slowly, your energy disappears. You stop showing up. You avoid the task. You delay it. Then one day, you quietly abandon it. Not because you stopped caring, but because something inside you changed. And the painful part, you don't even know why it keeps happening. A man once bought a notebook filled with dreams, business ideas, fitness goals, plans for his future. The first page was full of passion, beautiful handwriting, clear vision, strong motivation. But by page 5, everything changed. Half-finished thoughts, random unfinished plans, empty pages. Every few months, he would return to the notebook again, start again, feel inspired again, quit again. And eventually, he stopped trusting himself. That is the part people rarely talk about. The unfinished goals are painful, but losing trust in yourself hurts even more. Because after enough unfinished beginnings, your mind quietly starts believing, maybe I'm just not disciplined. Maybe I'm not capable. Maybe I'll never change. So now, even when opportunities appears, your own mind hesitates. Not because the dream is impossible, but because your nervous system remembers disappointment. And this happens to more people than anyone realizes. People start books they never finish, businesses they never build, healing journeys they abandon halfway, conversations they avoid completing, prayers they stop praying, visions of themselves they slowly walk away from. And from the outside, it looks like procrastination. But internally, something deeper is happening. What if the problem is not motivation? What if the real problem is emotional survival? Because many people only move when emotion is intense. Excitement, fear, pressure, inspiration. But the moment the emotion fades, their identity collapses with it. And that is why consistency feels impossible, because they unknowingly tied action to emotion. So when the feeling disappears, the movement disappears too. Most people think unfinished goals come from distraction, But sometimes it comes from eternal conflict. One part of you wants growth. Another part wants safety. One side says, build a new life. The other whispers, but what if I fail again? So your mind creates invisible escape routes. Scrolling, overthinking, waiting for the perfect time, starting too many things at once, constantly researching instead of moving. And slowly, your energy gets scattered everywhere. Because unfinished people often live inside unfinished thoughts. And the brain becomes exhausted, carrying open emotional loops. That is why some people feel tired, even when they've done almost nothing physically. Their mind is carrying the weight of every abandoned version of themselves. Dear friend, ancient wisdom taught that scattered energy creates a scattered life. Across many traditions, people believe attention was sacred because whatever constantly pulls your attention slowly shapes your identity. A river becomes powerful not because it moves everywhere, but because it keeps flowing into one direction. And humans are the same. But modern life trains people to constantly restart themselves. New trends, new goals, new distractions, new identities every week. So people lose depth, not because they lack potential, but because their focus keeps breaking. My dear friend, here is the deeper truth. Many people do not finish things because finishing forces them to confront themselves. Completion is uncomfortable because once something is finished, there are no more excuses, no more fantasies, no more one day. Completion reveals reality. And for some people, starting feels safer than discovering what they are truly capable of. So unconsciously, they remain in the comfort of beginning, forever preparing, forever planning, forever becoming, but never arriving. The real issue is not laziness. It is fractured self-trust. You have repeated the cycle of starting and stopping so many times that your mind no longer believes your own promises. And once self-trust breaks, discipline becomes emotionally heavy. That is why small unfinished actions slowly damage confidence. Because every abandoned promise teaches the brain your words do not lead to action. But healing begins the moment your actions become honest again, even small ones. As it says in Proverbs, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Small consistent movement is more powerful than dramatic inconsistency. My dear friend, tonight, do do something different. This is the solution. Do not create a huge plan. Do not chase motivation. Instead, choose one unfinished thing. Only one. Then sit in silence for 60 seconds before touching it and ask yourself, am I avoiding this because it's hard, or because finishing it will change how I see myself? That question interrupts the hidden pattern. Then complete only the smallest visible step, not the whole mountain. Just one honest action. Because self-trust is not rebuilt through intensity. It is rebuilt through proof. Listen, a tree does not grow by becoming taller overnight. It grows quietly, ring by ring, season by season, and even during silent winters. Growth is still happening underneath. Human transformation works the same way. Slow does not mean broken. Invisible does not mean impossible. So maybe you were never lazy. Maybe you were mentally overloaded, emotionally scattered, disconnected from yourself. Maybe you kept starting over because you were searching for a version of life that finally felt safe to stay inside. And maybe this is the first time you are seeing the pattern clearly, not with shame, but with awareness. You know, some people spend years waiting to become a different person before they finally move. But healing often begins the opposite way. A small action, a quiet decision, a single completed promise to yourself, and slowly, the person you thought disappeared returns, not loudly, but honestly. Dear friend, what unfinished thing has been quietly following you for years? Did this video describe something you've never been able to explain before? Let's hear your comments in the comment section. Thanks so much. I am TheZipporah.